Well, hello there, motherfuckers. People were asking me to do playthrough videos and just generally talk about this game. Well, I have the Xbox One, so there's no built-in capture card like the PS4 eventually. So I can't do that, unfortunately. I can't fucking capture video footage unless I aim a camera right at the fucking screen. Um, if I could somehow figure out how to do that, maybe I'll do that. But I don't fucking know. Where the hell did they get the idea to put the fucking disc on the left side? For fucking years, the disc has been over here. Why are they trying to. Anyway, Fallout 4. This is a fucking great game. It truly is. I wouldn't be buying it if it fucking sucked. But I was a huge fan of Fallout 3, New Vegas. Never played the other Fallouts. I don't think they're even worth playing. But Fallout 4 has got a lot of changes from 3. Probably the most glaring one to me, at least, is that the fucking targets move in VATs, which makes this game even more fucking difficult than it was in the past. And it is, it is a hard game. It's not an impossible game. But yeah, I would suggest saving frequently in this game. Auto save the fuck out of this game. You're gonna be trying your damnedest to fucking survive, and you'll notice that the game gets easier as you level up, and I understand that because they want you to struggle in the very beginning. The first, one of the first missions after I did the Minutemen missions is I cleared out a factory full of raiders, and that shit had me dying constantly because my weapons fucking sucked. The best weapon I had at that point was the I actually had some ammunition left over from the minigun, but even still, it was hard because you lose health like a motherfucker. And when you're like at a low fucking level, like level 4 or whatever, the game is pretty fucking difficult. So targets can move in VATs, and this is gonna definitely make your gameplay experience a lot different. This is like a totally fucking different experience than what you're used to. The other thing that they changed is how the perks are set up, and they're more limiting. You only get to move a perk up one increment. Now, remember when you used to just be given a bunch of points and you could spend, a couple on endurance, a couple on strength, a couple on charisma? Well, no, now it's like this. At least it is for now at this point in the game. It probably is like this through the whole game. You got to either choose one. You want to add one increment to strength. You want to add one increment to perception, one increment to charisma, and pick which one you want. Or you could, if you have enough, increments on like strength, for example, you could drop down below it on the perks menu, and you could select, a special perk on top of that. So really, stats and perks are like one now. They're more connected than ever before because now you have to choose one or the other. Do you want to get stronger, or do you want to get stronger at doing certain things? Or do you want to be more agile or have, a different sort of agility, or, a stat related to a perk related to agility that allows you to do something else that you weren't able to do before? So you see what I'm saying? It's like you have to experience the menu, but it's the best that I could describe it to you. Basically, it's just that. There's no more getting 90 strength, 80 charisma, and it's like, yeah, and you're gonna want to use as much for agility because you're gonna be doing a lot of fucking gunplay in this game. I felt like I'm shooting more fucking things than I was in 3. It feels like there's a ton more enemies in this fucking game. And, I'm shooting the shit out of stuff. So you're going to want to put up your perception, your luck, your agility, and make sure you're getting critical hits whenever you can. Yeah, so pretty much they change a lot of the gameplay. In a way, a lot of the things are set up with the menus and with VATs. So, not that I don't like that. I kind of understand, like the quest to get your stat to 100. Maybe some people like that, but that's gone now. You can't do that anymore, unfortunately. I kind of see what they were going for. um, they kind of wanted to condense the leveling up a bit so it doesn't seem as out of control, but I really didn't see a problem with it like before. But now it seems like a little bit more controlled, and it makes the game a little bit more challenging. And maybe that's what they wanted it to feel like, more survivalist in a way. Even if you're not playing on the survivalist mode, you still feel like things are not as simple. You're being held back a little bit more, kind of like if you were going to be dumped in the middle of a wasteland. So I could kind of appreciate the little changes that they went for here. Um, I do like that the game kind of gives you, you get to join the Brotherhood of Steel, like just like a couple hours into the game. The game is repetitious. It feels like World of Warcraft sometimes. You can keep going back to the same people in Brotherhood of Steel, and they keep giving you mission after mission until your fucking fingers fall off. And I'm fine with that. Right now, I'm like not even concentrating on the main quest, kind of just completing some side missions. I want to I want to strengthen my character up a lot so I don't have problems later on in the game. Because if you're weak, this game woke me the fuck up. The minute, the Minutemen shit was kind of easy at the very beginning of the game. But once I got to the factory to do that side mission, I realized I got to get my ass a lot fucking stronger. I can't be fucking twiddling my thumbs, saving my game and trying like 16 fucking times in a row. No, I want to strengthen myself out. I want to see what this game has to offer. This game has a huge, beautiful world to explore. People are knocking the graphics, and these people are fucking stupid as shit. This game looks fucking phenomenal. I kind of see the argument that it might not look as good as a game like Uncharted, but the reason why this is because this is a huge fucking game. It makes Uncharted look like fucking Tetris, for God's sakes. It makes it look like Pong by comparison. This is a huge, massive open world with a fucking massive map, fucking daytime changes in it, and just it's huge. You can fucking build towns in this shit, for God fucking sakes. The possibilities are fucking endless. So with a game like that requires that much memory, I'm gonna cut them a slack if these graphics aren't, top quality. And excuse me, but since when did graphics become the most important thing? People, I think developers think that, some developers at least, they think that the most important thing for people is graphics. What are you just going to sit there all day? Oh, these graphics are great. You're just going to sit there and say that, but really at the end of the day, are is this the only thing the game has to offer? I mean, besides fucking graphics, we ain't just gonna sit there all fucking goddamn day admiring the fucking graphics, for God fucking sakes. We're gonna be getting into the gameplay. We're gonna be playing the fucking game. We want to play the game. That's what it's about. It's not about all this other fucking bullshit. We want to play a game that's got good quality, and it's got a good storyline, and it's got fun missions. I want to have fun in the game. I'm not having fun looking at graphics. They might dazzle my eye for a couple of moments, but after that, initial effect wears off, I'm like, okay, what does this game have to offer? Like I said in the past, and I said this about movies in the past, it's like a pretty girl without a personality. What the fuck is the point? You're not going to want to date her. Well, some people will, just like the people who are graphics whores. You know, Are you gonna sit there and you're gonna just fucking you know gander at the fucking graphics and shit, admire its beauty, but really at the end of the day, the game doesn't have anything to offer. So Fallout 4 for me, the graphics are fine, no complaints there whatsoever. I think they're good graphics. I'm gonna say it right now, just because they're not top quality. I still think that they're pretty good, pretty amazing, and the landscapes look phenomenal. So if you got a problem with that, suck my cock, because that's pretty much how I feel about the game. I think it's great. I'm having a great time with it. And the haters are just gonna fucking hate for whatever fucking reason. Probably haven't even played the game yet. So yeah, those are my opinions on Fallout 4 for the time being. Still very early in the game, trying to get a lot of things done. Gameplay videos, maybe. I don't know. They might happen. I'm gonna try to say. I want to say that they will, but yeah. So there's my opinions and more opinions to come.